everybody, I'm Tom Vassell.
I'm Z Garcia.
Today we're taking a look at Insurrection. So on Board Game Geek, a database for all the board games, it's spelled Insurrection, I-O-N. But here the I and the O on the cover have a 10 in them.
Yes.
So I think
I'm going to go with Insurrection.
it makes it a lot easier to remember. This is a small card game in which you are collecting a handful of cards and score points for them at the end of the game. But things can change whether your rebellion succeeds or not because, hey, you live in a realm where there's an evil lady in charge and you are a glorious lady fighting the evil lady. I'm really doing a good job selling this story.
Yeah. The theme is forefront of this one.
Here's how it plays. In this game, each person's going to start with a leader card. You're going to get 2 of these leader cards put in your hand, and you're going to pick one of them to keep. You're also going to get 3 people cards added to your hand from this deck. You'll notice each of these has a number at the top, and then they have points in the bottom, and then they might have some symbols here, the corruption symbols on the side, or other symbols that identify them near the top. You're going to place a row of cards here at the top. For your first few games, they will start as base lands, but you can flip them over and have special lands that will show up that will cause special things to happen each of those rounds. That's up to you. And you'll always end with Kristen's Keep. She's the evil person, and you are the heroes trying to take her over. So this marker is going to move along these cards, keeping track of the round. At each round, the number here, so this number is 4, shows how many people cards are placed face up in the middle, and then how many cards each person draws. So here 4 would be placed face up, and everyone draws 1. And then 2, 1, 2, 1, etc. Once everyone has that card added to their hand, players will have their leader card and some people cards, and you can choose any card, including a leader card, and put it face down in front of you. Everyone will do that at the same time, and then they will reveal them. Whoever plays the highest number, which is why you might want to play your leader, is going to go first, all the way down to the person who played the lowest number. If the card that you played has one of these 2 symbols on it here, there are 2 different symbols that can be on a card, you can use that symbol. So this one here lets you choose any face-up card and put it in the graveyard. That's in the people out there. And this one also lets you look at the top card of the people deck, and you can either put it face up, add it out here, or on the bottom of the deck. After you're done doing that, you're going to pick one of these cards and add it to your hand, and then the card that you played goes and joins the people out there. And this will continue. As you can tell, the number of people is going to grow. I mean, depending on if people are going to be playing cards that kill a lot of them. And there's one thing you need to keep a watch for, and that is these corruption symbols. If there are ever enough corruption to end the game, if there are 10 corruption marks face up on the people, then the game ends and evil side wins. Otherwise, if this band of heroes gets to the end, then the good side will win. This matters because at the end of the game, you'll reveal your hands and score points. So for example, this guy, if the good guys win, gets -3. If the bad guys win, he's worth 13 points. This wolf is 1 point if the good guys win, 10 if the evil side win, and warrior's the opposite, 6 if the good guys win, 4 if the bad guys win. Other cards score in various ways. This musketeer, if you have 1 musketeer, he's worth 3. 2 musketeers, they're each worth -1. And if you have 3 musketeers, they're each worth 9. By the way, these dots here show how many times that card appears in the deck. Other cards will give you points, like this is 2. Plus, this will give you points for cards, these symbols, as long as they're in your hand. And some cards, like this dwarf, will give you points for face-up cards that are in the people in the middle of the table. Not to mention, most of the leader cards have like kind of just odd scoring, like this is 14, but -1 for every other card in your hand except for those. This is 2 for every one of those. This guy's just worth 0, but he's a high number and he's 2 of these symbols, so maybe you might take him just so that you can get a card that you want out there. Whoever has the most points, whether the good guys or bad guys win, is the winner of the game. So Z mocked me at the beginning for saying the theme, talking about the theme, but I will say the art from Louis Genart, I think is really good. I really like the art on all of these cards. It doesn't distract. In fact, the graphic design is really clean across the board. The theme is barely there. The biggest part of the theme is everyone going, hey, I get it. If you collect 3 Musketeers, you get more points. You're like, yes.
That's about it.
Everyone knows this.
And if you want to fall to the evil side or not is kind of the trappings thematically and a big part of what the game's all about.
This is a genre that there's a lot of card games in. It was started by probably Fantasy Realm. And there's like 5 different Fantasy Realms now, but there's other games like last year or 2 years ago, 3 chapters came out.
Yeah.
And then this one here, the big difference between this one, you're collecting cards in your hand, but the biggest difference in this one is that insurrection going to happen or not? Right. Or I guess not the insurrection, because you are the insurrection. Is the bad guys going to win, just with those 10 out there? And the game gives you that idea of, I can put this card out there that adds 2 more negative symbols, but that card also scores a lot for having those negative symbols in my hand. So do I put it out or do I keep it in there?
Which is a classic trope of any, good card game, is that tension of holding on to something versus discarding it to help you. Which one do you want to do? I also like that the binary idea of the 2 ways you score is very, very simple.
Yeah.
Often games like this, in which you are manipulating the shape and form of your hand of cards and the different ways it might score, are a lot headier. You mentioned Fantasy Realms. Fantasy Realms is not a super, noob-friendly kind of game. There's some weirdness to it. It's a hard game to understand how to see the connections of all the cards you're holding. This one's a lot simpler. It's way quicker to the punch. Do you score A or B? One of those 2 ways. That's it. And so if you are forcing this thing or hoping to force this thing to fall to the evil side, then get those cards in your hand. The ones that say 3 points or 9 if you're evil. Great. And I think that's very clean.
I mean, you still have the scoring sheet. You score 1 card at a time. And there's a few oddities. We had to the dwarves are referring to cards on the table. Most of the time they're referring to cards in your hand. Mm-hmm. And you do really need to score each card 1 at a time. They do give you a reference card that tells you the end of the game, but they also tell you that 50% of the cards have a corruption symbol or not, and then what the distribution of it is. There's 1 with 3, there's 9 with 2, and 25 with 1.
Yeah.
And I've seen the game end both ways about equally, and I've seen people change their mind halfway through a game going, I was evil. No!
Yeah.
Or the other way around. When you see one side's probably going to win, you suddenly are trying to get rid of the cards from your hand.
Right, because there's a little groupthink at the table. There's this idea of, it looks like more players drew an opening hand which wants to go evil more than players that didn't. So I better throw in with them because I'm going to have a hard time fighting that.
Or if everyone's going evil, you might go, well, wait a minute. They're all fighting over the same cards.
Yeah.
I'll pick the cards that just play straight regardless of who wins.
True.
And you can get points that way. And the leader card is really intriguing because you have that powerful card that could score you a lot of points at the end, but also can guarantee, likely, that you're going to win an auction. Like, well,
right.
I really need that card. This leader card's not scoring me any points anyway. And now that leader card's out there for anybody to grab.
Yeah. I think the leader cards are a big part of the fun in this game. If it didn't have that, it would lack a lot of personality for me, I would say. You want to have something unique. And in fact, that is sort of the beginning of something I wish that this game did more, and that is give you bigger, more bombastic, more personality, I think. I think this game would benefit from being a little less safe. I was talking about Fantasy Realms and how that one's like, blah, blah, blah. This one's a little on the safe side of that line for me. The leader helps. A couple of more cards that are like, whoa, would help.
I will say that going through the lands, the more advanced lands, I like that more. It does add a little bit of chaos. Sometimes it gets whoever played the highest card or lowest card gets something. There's one that throws another leader into the mix. Then everyone's like, ooh, that leader's out there now. Do I play my best card to get it? Or do I? Yeah. And so I think that helps a lot. But I really like this one. What would you give it?
I'm happy with it. I think it's a fun little card game. I'm going to give it a 7.5. It's good. It's got a vibrant look. Like I said, it's pretty beginner friendly. And if you want something that shows you this idea of you don't know which way the game's going to score at the end when you begin playing, that's a fun concept. if you're looking for a game that puts that front and center, I think you're going to have a good time here. Quick to the punch. Also, it's a short game, like 30 minutes. It's a good one. 7.5 for me.
And for me, this game is a very enjoyable. I played this a lot since I've gotten it. It's a great game, like you said, to teach new people.
Yeah.
And it's that filler in between and the art. And I love the whole bad or good winning. Like I said, the fact that it can feel pretty even makes me feel better. It's not always, almost every time when you first play, you're like, the bad guys are going, we're going to stop them. Oh, no, we're not. Yeah, we are. That's a clever way to play. I'll give this an 8.5. It's one of my go-to fillers at the moment. We'll see where it ends up in a couple of years. But for now, pretty solid.
Very nice.
So that is Insurrection.
Great title.
I'm Tom Vasil.
I'm Z Garcia.
I want to say thank you to some of our GameFound backers. Thank you to Dan and Anna G. Hudson, to Renke, to the Kenosha Kickers, and to Rob and Anne-Marie from the Meeple Dungeon podcast. Thank you all for supporting our GameFound, and thank everyone for watching.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you like this review or whatever you just watched, wasn't it amazing? Check out our channel, Dice Tower. We have all kinds of things. We review games, we do top 10s, we play games live. It's all about board games, but especially the people who play them. Check out Dice Tower YouTube channel.